Hi Virgos, and also I just want to say thank you so much for all of your likes and your shares and your subscribes. I love reading your comments. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for your your shares and your comments. It's been a great pleasure interacting with you, so thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Spirit and Universe, what are the messages and advice that you have for Virgos? All right, Virgos, let's get started. For starters, you are feeling a little bit your defenses are up. Okay? With respect to your love life, your defenses are up. Your partner's defenses might be up also. So there's this little sense of kind of animosity. I'm feeling that a wedge is now growing between you. Okay? Because I'm sensing that there's just bickering. Okay? This is not major power plays. This could be just questions being fired at you. This could be just questions about why you are or not doing something. It could be just nagging. Okay? Your defenses are up for some reason. That's I'm really sensing if you're in a committed bond. If you are not in a committed bond and if you're just dating, you may just feel like everyone's trying to get your attention. I mean, you don't know what to do because everyone wants to date you. So that's a good problem to have. And the reason why I say that is because we have this choices card. Okay, so we will get to that. So if you're just dating, there you go. If you are just starting to date someone and it's starting to get serious, you're probably in that phase where, okay, we're starting to spend a lot of time together, maybe starting to get a little comfortable. The courting kind of has slowed down because it does slow down in relationships and we get comfortable and then we get complacent. Okay, you have to keep going through that phase and through that cycle. You cannot ever stop dating. You have to keep courting each other, and that's why, date nights are so important. You have to go out and celebrate each other and spend quality time together so you don't get into a rut. And that's when fights and wedges ensue. Okay? So if you're in that stage and you're starting to date somebody and it's starting to get comfortable, there might be a little bit of bickering. Okay? Now, what is grounding? What is your primary position? Here we have choices. Lots of choices, lots of options. Good, bad, spiritual, fun, wholesome. Okay, lots of choices. This can also be a card of smoke and mirrors. So there may be kind of a hint of a lack of trust somewhere. You're not quite sure. And you're waiting and you're looking up into the sky, looking at all these choices, or maybe these stories that somebody's telling you, and you're thinking, something might feel a little bit off, so I'm just going to wait a little bit longer and watch what happens. Okay, I'm going to watch how they treat me. I'm going to watch how they communicate with me. I'm going to watch their consistency. Okay, or you really could just be dating and there's lots of options. Okay, now the reason why I say that, all of that, is because we have crossing you in your challenger benefit position, and clearly this is a benefit. This is one of the best benefits that is in the tarot, is the Ace of Cups, and this is a card of divine spiritual connection and full love. Okay, there's 100% trust and loyalty and excitement, and you feel a spiritual connection with somebody, and you're actually so happy that they're in their life. You have that sense or that thought sometimes that you're so lucky. Okay? I'm the luckiest person that they showed up in my life, or I found them, or they found me. So that's this type of sense that you're going to be having. That's a benefit. So if you're in this stage here, Virgos, let it go. All right? I mean, unless it's something serious, obviously, but I don't think it is, because there's worry here, but there's a lot of love here. You might be sensing something, so you're going to be watching a situation for a while, seeing what happens, but it's okay, because in your benefit position, there is real love there, there is real trust there, and that's what you keep coming back to, and it kind of trumps this primary position because it's on top of it. Okay, so there's hints of this in every relationship. Yes, that's what happens, but you come back to this centering. Okay. Now, what's the Page of Pentacles? Obviously, this is messages about work, messages about material belongings. All right, messages about. This also is a card of application and study, so you may be learning something new with your partner. You could be taking a cooking class, or one of you might be going to school, or taking summer classes, or taking community classes like tennis lessons, that type of thing. So you could be learning something. All right? That's what's grounding your situation, your month. And you're very hopeful about all of it, because what's grounding your situation is the Star. What's crowning your month is the Star card. This is a card of hope. Okay? This can also be a card, and I don't like to say this too often, but it can also be a card of loss and abandonment. And so she's actually, if that is the case with you in your love life right now, notice what she's doing. Okay? Again, this is a Knight card, so this is emotions based. Okay? Perceptions, not reality. But she is naked, okay? She's fully vulnerable and exposed, and she is doing, both of her hands are trying to feel her emotional state. All right. If you're in a situation where you are feeling loss and abandonment, or stress about a relationship, or worry that someone might go somewhere, so she's actually taking great effort to fill her emotional pool. Okay, water represents emotions in tarot. And she's also trying to fill her, and this is you, Virgo, because you're an earth sign, you're grounded, you're practical. So you're not trying to focus on this emotional state, you're trying to actually develop and grow the ground, the earth. Okay? And so she's watering it, and she's fearful. She's felt some loss, but she's trying to build it all back. Now, in terms of hope, it's the exact same thing. She's hopeful that her emotional state will remain full, and she's hopeful that the effort and emotions that she's putting into something will actually grow and come to fruition and build stability and build a firm foundation for her or him. Okay, so this is a beautiful card all around, because it means effort, it means not only wanting our emotional state to feel full, but putting forth the effort and wanting to put forth the effort to build the firm foundation. Okay. So if you're in a committed bond, I'm just sensing here ebb and flow. I'm sensing here learning new things. This could be learning new things about your partner. Okay? Listening to them, hearing what they're saying, listening to their emotions. And then this could be worried they might leave, or happy, or hoping that they will stay, hoping that things continue to go so well, because you do have this connection. And it looks like it's going to go very well, because in your near future we have the Sun, a major arcana card, and this card means joy, success, happiness, and material bliss. Okay? This is a child. Children are carefree. They're energetic. They're innocent. Right? And sunflowers always represent, in tarot, the sun, and sunflowers always represent success and joy. So that's your near future. And you're continuing to feel emotionally stable, because we have this King of Cups, and this is how, in this position, in this 8th position or 7th position, this is how you are feeling about the person or about the situation, about your love life. All right? You're feeling very emotional about them. All right? Cups represent water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and water signs are known for being emotionally fluid. Okay? They don't like or respond well to rough waters, quote unquote. Okay? They will exit a situation if things get emotionally troublesome for them, whereas other signs will stay and fight or try to work through things or try to talk through things. Water signs tend to, they'll just exit the situation and go find something that's a little bit more fluid for them. Okay, so what I'm saying here with this card is you're feeling that fluidity, you're feeling that connection, you're feeling that caring and loving and warmth about the partner, about your partner. You're excited about them. If you are a woman, this very well could be a water sign that you are involved with, if long-term bond, or if you're just meeting someone and it's new. You're very hopeful that, you're focusing on them. You're feeling like they're a strong, emotionally mature man. Okay, and if you're a man listening to this, you're feeling and you're sensing that they are stable, emotionally stable. And you're feeling like they are because this is how you're viewing them. Okay, you're viewing them as being emotionally stable. You're viewing them as being warm. You're viewing them as being kind. How they are viewing you, Virgo, is the Ace of Swords. So this is a card of new ideas. Okay. There's an excitement about the idea, so they're viewing you as saying, I love this. I love how we communicate. I love how connected I feel when we talk. Now, this is big for them because if you are connected via communication, because every couple has their thing where they really connect. Okay, some couples connect sexually, some couples connect energetically, some couples connect through communication, some couples connect through activity. You all have your thing that you connect through, and this is saying that they are feeling connected to you through thoughts and ideas. Okay, so talking, discussion, communication. Okay, new beginnings with that. So if there's been trouble in your dating life or in your marriage or your long-term bond, the love is there, but the communication needs to be there. That's what they are focused on. You're focused on the feelings. They're focusing on the communication and the thoughts. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, because you're focused on the feelings, Virgo, and you normally don't focus on the feelings because you're normally very practical and you're normally very stable and grounded and earthed, and but when you start overanalyzing, which you can do, you can be very particular, you can be very critical, and in your mind you can be very critical, and when you start to analyze on that level, you start bringing about these thoughts. Okay, this is in your fear position. You are definitely fearing that they are going to be leaving you. You're fearing a heartbreak in the future. Okay, so the love is there, the communication's there, the feeling's there, the success is there, but there's something's going on where there's just this uneasiness in you. Okay, if you focus on this, it can come to fruition. If you focus on this, it can come to fruition. Now, obviously, you can't control people. They do their own things. And you can only do as much as you can do. Okay, if they're going to be lying, or if they're going to be doing something that, pushing your buttons, okay, you can't control that. You can just only control how you react. But if your mind starts going here, it can bring you here, Virgo, to the Justice card. Okay, you're not really in the mood to deal with saying, there's so much love and connection here, but I'm sick and tired of your antics, is kind of what I'm sensing. So you're actually going to be almost putting them on trial in terms of you're wanting an outcome. Okay, you're either wanting them to change, or you're wanting the communication style to change, or you're ready for some sort of finality and some final decision from them or from you about it. But don't get too worried about this, because yes, these last two cards can be interpreted as somewhat negative, and really there are lots of feelings there. There's great communication and there's great potential for success. So that's what you need to focus on, Virgo. Don't get nitpicky. You can get nitpicky, okay? Don't get nitpicky. Focus on the big picture, okay? Unless, of course, they're completely driving you bonkers, and then you're saying this isn't working for me. But the good news is, if your mind kind of goes there, sometimes you're still giving them a chance. You're still opening up the communication, and you're still recognizing the love and the potential. But sometimes, especially if you're just dating and you realize very quickly that they are not going to be good for you, okay, then you make a very quick decision. And there you have it, okay? It doesn't mean you will, because you can choose this, but this can be the outcome, as there's going to be some sort of decision and resolution to a scenario or a situation. This card is called the Pook. He says, shape changer, good in bad, bad in good, paradox, resolution. It's time for the resolution of seeming contradictions and paradoxes in this situation. Someone or some part of the situation is cloaked in confusion, and our muddled thoughts must be stripped away, revealing truth. We just need to think about it. The information we needed is now available to us, and as soon as we have that burst of insight to get it, it's time for us to make changes based on our newly clear understanding. Alternatively, it may be time for us to make a reality check on the good and bad labels that we put on things. Make a list of good and make a list of bad, and then look at the whole situation and then make a decision. Right? That's what this is saying. That card actually spoke very solidly, very clearly to this whole reading, because there's some weirdness. You're overlooking it. You're giving chances, and then you're taking time to watch and learn your partner. And if you're dating a bunch of people, you're taking time with them and watching and learning and watching how they treat you and how they communicate with you. And then at the end of the month, you're going to be making a decision. Okay? You may be hurting somebody, but you're still going to be making a decision. Okay, for good or for bad. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for your support.